Today I'd like to share with you a decompression dive I did recently while diving the Cochran EMC-20H dive computer. In order to do that, I'm going to open up the Analyst Pro software that comes from Cochran. I'm going to open my last downloaded dive profile. Go to View Profile Graphs. Select my depth and ascent descent rate graph. It's kind of small, would like to see a little more detail. So I'm going to make some other changes here and then maximize the window. Okay, what we see here is we have my actual LCD display from the Cochran EMC-20H dive computer that I was diving this day. This light blue line indicates my descent, my bottom time, back up to the surface. This purple, light purple color indicates 3 minutes before entering into deco. The dark purple is when I was in deco, and it returns back to a light blue when I exit deco. What's nice about this graph is I can actually go through the dive and see how my computer was reacting throughout the dive. See as I progress through the dive. See my depth, my temperature, my bottom time, and how long I have remaining before I enter a decompression situation. Pretty standard, pretty straightforward. Numbers are really big, easy to read, easy to recognize. You can gather all your information with a quick glance at the display. Okay, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes. We've got getting ready to show you the 3 minutes entering into decompression. At minute 3, the computer doesn't really change. Everything's still going as normal. But when we're 2 minutes out, the computer display starts to flash and create an audible warning, letting you know that you are 2 minutes away from entering into a decompression dive. It continues to do this all the way until you actually enter into decompression. Again, take note of the dive computer. We have 2 minutes remaining before deco. We still have our temperature in the upper right hand corner, our depth in the lower right hand corner, and our bottom time in the lower left hand corner. Once we enter deco, the computer changes a little bit. Now, instead of a temperature, we have a ceiling, which means we can't go above 10 feet, otherwise we risk becoming bent and suffering from decompression sickness. Our depth is still there, our bottom time is still there, but now we have a clock that tells us how many minutes of deco we have to clear before it's safe for us to get out of the water. You see the line's purple. Keep working through it. I just picked up another minute. That's okay, we'll work it out. So I've got 2 minutes of deco, very low key. As I said before, this was a planned decompression dive, so I didn't really take it too far into deco. I just wanted to put the computer through its tests. I'm down to 1 minute of deco. And I've cleared deco. The computer goes back to telling us our temperature of 84 degrees, our depth is 27 feet, and I've been in the water for 35 minutes, and I've got all the time in the world before I enter into another decompression situation. That's about it for the actual decompression dive. You got to see how the computer operates, giving you a little brief description about the graph. The other thing that's kind of neat about this graph is this green line, in which it tells us what our ascent and descent rates are. It's really pretty, nice and colorful. Where it gets really important is here in this red line, and again here in this red line. During that brief time period, I ascended too quickly, and the computer lets me know by creating an audible alarm and flashing on the display. The audible alarm is cool because you don't have to pay attention to the computer itself and you know something's going on, or it can draw your attention to look at the computer. And the flashing is nice in case you're wearing something like a hood and you can't hear the alarm. If you're looking at the computer, you can realize that you need to modify how you're diving, slow down. It's kind of a nice feature. I hope you found this to be entertaining and informative. And please join us again in the future.